What's going on, gang? Baltmatrix here, and today we are finally taking a look at Transformers Generations Combiner Wars Leader Class G1 Megatron. As you know, I have already reviewed Armada Megatron, which these guys are mold brothers of. I'm starting out this review in tank mode to give you guys a look at his tank, or the tank mode. It's so shiny. The colors work so well in this mode. Shiny silver, black, and red. Turret does turn with no problem whatsoever. It's a fantastic tank mode. And even the Armada Megatron works in tank mode. This is just a fantastic figure all around. Treads are nice and rubber. There are 4 separate treads, and they all move with no real problem. The only real problem is the surface that I try to move them on, which is this table with the drop cloth. It doesn't really work all that well. It comes with really 3 accessories. His missile here, which can fire, and these 2 guns, which pop off with no real resistance, and then they combine into a much larger gun. Alright, so now that we've taken a look at the fantastic tank mode, let's go ahead and get him transformed into robot mode. One thing I did want to point out in the tank mode is Hasbro went so far as to mold and paint the cameras, the front camera that is in the tank mode. I mean, modern military tanks have cameras right up here at front, so the guys and gals can drive it. That's a real attention to detail that I can get behind. So transformation is going to be the exact opposite of the transformation I did for the Armada Megatron. To start off with, I'm just going to push the back up a little bit and then pull the back sides of the tank mode out. Just flip them out away from the body, straighten them out at the back of the vehicle until they snap into place, and then flip down the feet, like so. Then come to the front treads and unpeg them and fold them up underneath the bottom of the vehicle, and then flip them down, like so. Bring them around and sandwich them together, and they do snap together. Then come up to the top of the turret, grab the turret and split it apart, and part of the turret will, or the actual turret of the tank will go with one side, and then collapse the turret into the barrel, or I'm sorry, collapse the barrel into the stock of the gun, flip up the crotch plate and snap that into place, fold down the front of the tank to form and snap that into place, or peg it into place to form the chest, and then rotate the head around to expose Megatron's head, and flip up these panels to expose the hands. And that's it. We have transformed G1 Megatron. G1 Megatron is incredibly nice looking. The silver works. The silver, the red, the black, everything on this figure works. The mold is a lot of fun and is very, very reminiscent of the recent IDW comics. It just works. I have no complaints. None. I can't think of a damn thing to complain about. I guess nope, don't have any complaints. It works. It just works. It's so good. The figure even has fantastic light piping. I mean, look at that. His eyes glow with the fire of 1,000 Cybertrons. And I do acknowledge that his posability is a little bit on the lackluster side due to the way the mold works, but I can get around that and accept just about everything with this figure. Not just because he's G1 Megatron, but just the fact that this figure oozes style. In fact, this mold is phenomenal in both Armada Megatron and G1 Megatron. With both Megatrons standing next to each other, you can see that they are mold brothers, but with different head sculpts, flipping the cannons around, and changing the way the treads are positioned, they look completely different. Or they don't look exactly the same. Let's put it that way. They do feel like 2 separate molds, sort of, which I'm fine with. The fact that we've got 2 of the same molds that look or can look completely different is just thumbs up in my book. At the end of the day, the G1 leader Megatron is the one to get. don't get me wrong, that Leader Armada Megatron is fantastic. But this one, especially if you grew up in the 80s like I did, is definitely the one to get. You know, let me rephrase that. If you grew up in the 80s, get the G1 Megatron. If you grew up in the 90s, get the Armada Megatron. Hasbro has effectively, with one mold, nailed 2 decades worth of fans. Hats off to you, Hasbro, you done good. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video review. As always, I'm Baltmatrix, asking you to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you next time.